6. There we go. See how that works. All right. Oh, I didn't write for myself. What was A for that first problem?
Y equals 5.
Y equals 5. Okay, so I'm going to put a 5 right there.
Z equals -2.
-2.
A is
-3. So one of the biggest mistakes on this problem is people don't write this down correctly. You forget the parentheses here. So if you don't put them there, technically the answer for this is -9. All day long. Because, all right, so we're about to hit our order operations problem anyway. What are the order operations? PEMDAS, please excuse my dumbass son. Or one of my math classes once, they came up with this. Please excuse my deficient algebra skills. They came up with it. So parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplication, division as it comes. So what sucks is, sure we write this. Of course we write this. But we could have written this. Which one's easier to say? Try to say this. PEMDAS. Say this, PEMDAS. All right. So that's why we chose to write it like this. But what's my point right now is you don't do multiplication before division always. So it really should be, screw this shit. It should be written like this. Definitely parentheses first, no question. Definitely exponent second, no question. Either one of these as it comes. And then either one of these as it comes. They're on the same level of importance. And that's 98% of stupid math problems I see on Facebook. Can you get the right answer? It's just a misunderstanding of this. Because there are math teachers who teach this comes before that always. And they need to stop. Right? Any profession has idiots that don't belong in there. And unfortunately, math teachers are there that shouldn't be. All right, so this is negative times 3 squared. So of course you do the exponent. What's 3 squared? 9. And then it says put a negative on it. That's what that says. But then you're like, well, my teacher said if you square a negative, it comes up positive. Of course it does. But here you're squaring a 3. And then you're putting a negative on it. Here, you're squaring -3. And what's -3 times -3? Positive 9. So yes, any real number squared will come out positive. Or 0. It's 0. But if you do this in your calculator, it will tell you -9, and you will think you're running low on batteries or something, but no, it's doing what you're asking it to. So, anyway, all that shit just so I can put a 9 here. Bam. All right? That should be 9, not -9. What do I do over here? Yes, good. -5 times what's in here. Good. I owe you $2. I owe him $3. I owe $5 overall. Right? That's why 2 negatives add. When you multiply 2 negatives, yes, they become a positive. Why? Negative means turn around. So one negative I turn around. Another negative I turn back around. I'm back where I was. They cancel each other. That's it. But when I add negatives, it's like adding debt. I wish to God 2 debts would cancel each other. I'd be golden. The bank owes me $40,000. No, ain't gonna work. Now here's where people die too. What did this person do wrong? And somebody's out there like, I did that. What's wrong? Yeah, well, again, you just broke order operations, which is the grammar of mathematics. You have subtract and multiply. Of course you multiply first. The very last thing, so at the very beginning, you know you're going to do this guy last. Because he's at the, oh yeah, I'm going to say it, it's at the ass end of PEMDAS, right? So you're going to do that last. You know that from the beginning. So what's -5 times -5? Positive 25. 9 plus 25. So if you got that, you're golden. Right. Now again, you put this work down on the, what hopefully is still blank side. You guys are doing both sides, but whatever. You can do it however you want to. Now 2A is the complete order operations problem. If you follow it, you're good. You don't have to show each step separately. You can do a couple steps at once if you're able to handle it. What do I do first here officially? Parentheses. I love it. 4 minus 2 is amazing. Do I say divided by 6? Probably not the way it's said there, right? That wouldn't be fair. What's the only number that I'm actually dividing by? 2. Then I'm multiplying by 3. I'm not also dividing by 3. I'm not dividing by a total of 6. So you don't multiply before you divide. You do them as they come. I love the look of it. See, I want you, real quick, watch. If I put 4 divided by 2 times 3, what's another way to write that? What's another way to write 4 divided by 2? I could put 4 over 2, right?
Yes.
And then isn't it times 3, and can't I put that over 1?
Yes.
So how the shit do you get 6 down there then if you make this 4 divided by 6? Where'd 6 come from? 3's not down there. Do you see that? Yes, maybe? No? You can see that. Okay, some of you guys are like, you're ready, man. But some of you guys are like, what the shit? But no, that's not. That's why you can't do that. It's not fair. I'm only dividing by 2. I'm not dividing by 6. That's not fair. So here I can do this now, right? 2 squared is 4, and then I get this little thing here. What do I do last? Add. So I'm going to do that last. So that 3 plus is just going to come for the ride. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 plus 6 is, yeah. Cool. Maybe. So if you didn't get it right, you see what went wrong. Okay. There's no opinions here either. This is the grammar of math, right? I mean, there's no opinions about it. It's just the way we set it up so we all communicate the same way. It's like in other languages, you say the adjective after the noun, right? House big instead of big house. Well, here's math. Here's how math talks. What do I want to do first here? Yeah, distribute. So I get 5x minus 3y plus 10y minus 2x plus 10y. Yeah, it's so easy to miss that. You're distributing negative 2. And now you just do what? Combine like terms. So what's like with this dude? Yeah, negative 2x. So 5x minus 2x. And then I got negative 3y plus 10y so far is 7y plus another 10y, 17y. Kick ass. You alright? Alright. Now I want to show you something kind of nifty. Shit, today's already almost over. How far apart are these two numbers? 24. 24, you with me? So it's got to be, if anything's going to go into the both of them, it's going to be some factor of 24. In fact, 24 itself goes into both of these. 24 goes into 48 how many times? Twice. Isn't 72 another 24 away?
Yeah.
So then that's 3. If 2 24s is 48, 3 24s is 72 because it's another 24. Shit am I talking about? So if you wanted to, you could divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2 until it's not even anymore, and then you divide by something else, right? You guys with me? But what's really cool is the only way that a number can go into both of them is if it's a factor of how far apart they are. What goes in? What does 3 go into? 6, 9, 12, all the multiples of 3, and they're all 3 apart, aren't they? You see what I'm saying? A little bit. I know you got a calculator. I don't give a shit. Right? We're humans. We made numbers. We're supposed to be able to use them. Right? So if you divide both top and bottom by 24, you cut to the chase. You could have done it in several steps. That's beautiful also. Nothing wrong with that. What about this dude? I love the person that tells me it's 4 over 4, it's 1. That's so wrong. Don't even write that down. What'd that person do? 11 minus 7 is 4, 12 minus 8 is 4. That's easy, Jeff. Give me a hard. All right, so help me out. Why couldn't I put these together? Now, like terms, I got 5 of this thing minus 3 of those things, right? Here I got 11 twelfths. 11 of these things minus 7 of those things. They're not like terms. So LCD is just like terms. Does that make any sense? So of course you can't subtract the damn things. Same way I couldn't subtract those damn things. Same exact reason. So now here they're numbers though, not letters. so maybe I can make them the same. And of course, that's the LCD idea. What's the LCD going to be? Here's a really cool thing. Watch. You might not need this for silly little numbers like this. But go with me. What's the biggest number that goes into both? 4. Look what he needs. He needs a 3. See? He needs a 3. You can see that? He needs a 3. And he needs a 2. Don't they all have the same thing down on the bottom? And sure enough, it's 24 on the bottom, right? So when you get bigger numbers that are harder to work with, that's exactly how you can tackle them, and we'll actually talk more about that later. But so here you get 22 24ths minus 21 24ths, so you get 1/24. Is your C over there? There's one C right there. Squeeze you in over there, man. So.
This is math, right?
Yes. 108. Are you early for the next one?
I think so.
Okay. Hang on. Okay. You're good. All right, let's see. Whip. There's something else. Let me. I'm not going to really get into the first stuff here today, officially. Oh, gotta do this. Real quick, I want to. Do any of you guys know how to check if a number is divisible by 9? Like, is that divisible by 9?
No.
Why? 2, 4, 5, 9. Yeah, if you add all the digits and they're a multiple of 9, then 9 goes into the whole number. And sure enough, when you add these, it comes out to be 9. Have you guys ever heard of that? That is so sad. Everybody, what's 9 times 6?
54.
And what's 5 plus 4? What's 9 times 3? And what's 2 plus 7? 9. If the digits in a number add up to a multiple of 9, then 9 goes into it. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 5 plus 4, 9. Somebody have a calculator? Go ahead and take it out. What is 11, 21, 4 divided by 9? 2, 3. I don't know. Lost track. I was trying to do it in my head. Nobody's gonna help me. I like it. Nobody?
1246.
Huh?
1246.
1246. All right. So, for example, what about 6, 3, 4, 6? Does 9 go into that one? What do they add up to be? 19. So does 9 go into that one? No. You guys kind of with me? What if I made this 6, 2, 4, 6? Does 9 go into that one? Yes. What do they add up to be? 8 plus 10 is 18. Does 9 go into 18? Yes. So if you add the digits, and it's a multiple of 9, 9 goes in. This used to be something that everybody knew coming out of high school. Coming out of freaking 6th grade. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm not saying anything like that. If you're never shown this shit, how could you know? But it's this culture of, I don't want to take people's brains up with this. I want them to be more creative, so we're going to let the calculator. That's bullshit. Don't you wish you knew this? Aren't you a little angry that nobody ever told you this? Yeah, you should be. All right. Sorry. All right, so now if you think about it, you're like 9. Okay, what about in 2? Everybody knows. How do you tell something 2 goes in? I mean, it's just got to be even. 3 is just like 9. If you add all the digits and it's a multiple of 3, then 3 goes in. So 3 would go into both of these. Right? What about 4? 4 is interesting. If the last 2 digits of the number is divisible by 4, 4 goes into the whole thing. So what's the last 2 digits? 44. So 4 goes into this whole thing. Why does that work? Because 4 goes into 100. So then, of course, 4 goes into 112, for example. Because it goes into 112. See, so that's why you only worry about the last 2 digits. 5, you know. 5 or 0. 6 is neat. 6 is 2 and 3. So if it's even, both of these, if it's even and 3 goes into it, meaning all the digits add up to multiple 3, then 6 goes into it. Because 2 and 3 goes in, which means frickin' 6 goes in. So these are both divisible by 6. 8 is the last 3 digits have to be divisible by 8. Right, so I don't know. That one kind of sucks. 9 we talked about. 7 is the only one that has no rule, or little 7. 7 is just like, actually, 7's like, don't even try to figure me out. It's got no like standard rule. Okay, I just had to do that aside. You should be angry that they left that out of your education. That's bullshit. How do I do this? Which means what in this case? Divide. So cross divide or divide up and down. Nothing here, but here, what goes into both of these? Yeah, so I'm left with 3, 4, 7. So 3 times 3? 4 times 4? So 9/16. I like it. If you multiply first, you make these huge ass numbers that it's harder to reduce it then. Why not reduce when they're nice and tiny? Right? And then what about 2f? Don't tell me it's 2 and negative 3/7. That makes no sense. Beautiful. One way to do this is to turn it into an improper fraction. Real quick. I got no time. What the hell does 4 and 2/7 mean? What does it really mean? 4 plus 2/7, right? This is one of the stupidest notations ever, but oh well, because it looks like it's supposed to be multiplication, but we know it ain't. So it really is 4 plus 2/7, right? What's on the bottom of the whole number always going to be? 1. What do you want to be there? So you're going to multiply this by whatever that is, and then add this to it. That's why the shortcut works. 7 times 4, because it's a 1 on the bottom. You're going to multiply what it wants to be. So 7 times 4, 28 plus 2, 30. So you get 30 over 7 minus 19 over 7 is 11 over 7, which is also known as 1 4/7. Now you could also do this with borrowing, but I don't know why you want to.
So on our homework, if our answer is an improper fraction, do you want us to turn it into a mixed number like that? Does it
I
matter?
don't care. And if they don't say, then it doesn't matter.
So you don't.
If they say leave the answer in this form, you better do that.
Okay.
Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And then the last 2 problems. Less than, this is not math's fault. This is English grammar. That's the worst phrase to translate into math. Right? If you have 10 apples, it's always freaking apples. And I have 3 less apples than you do. So I have 3 less than 10. I don't have negative 7 apples. I don't have 3 minus 10. I don't have a little apple black hole. Right? What the hell would negative apples be? You guys kind of with me? So what's 5 less than 3? 3 minus 5. So that's negative 2, right? If I have $3 and I owe you $5, I'm in the hole $2. So if I say 5 less than 3, that's 3 minus 5, which is negative 2. I owe more than I got, so I'm in the hole. What about part B? 2 more than 2 plus the product of 9 and 8. 9 times 8. Well, either way, you can put a little dot in the middle or parentheses. Just don't use an x for multiply, of course. As a little variable do now, so don't put him in there if he doesn't need to be in there. And then real quick, any questions on that? Is that all right? I didn't ask you to solve it, did I? Oh, I did say simplify. So what do you do first here?
Multiply.
Good. What's 9 times 8? 72 plus 2 is? Now, anybody get this guy? 4. Yeah. 2 times 2. Divided by 2. 2 times 2. 4. Divided by 2. 2 times 2. 4 divided by 2. 2 times 2. 4. So the big mistake is people do this, which is not what it says at all, right? What do? You do multiplication and division as it comes. You don't do division last. You're going to see me write division not last so many times on some of your papers, because that's the thing you guys do. Division's not last. It just isn't. So here, just do it as it comes, because they're all the same level. All right. Go ahead and pass those papers up, and then we are done for the day. That's all the time I got. Huh? I'll give them back to you tomorrow. That's why I had a place for your name. Man. I'll live whatever I want. Thank you. Cool. All right. So you are free to go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Come see me if you need anything.